What's up, everyone? Today's gonna be awesome. So stand by. I'm gonna probably lose my sound here shortly while I try to add in Brad Dunn from Reliant Fitness and Kyle Carnohan from Superhuman Fathers. We're just gonna talk everything manliness, everything masculinity, everything manhood, however you want to word it, phrase it, whatever it is. Let's get going. Man, what's up, Kyle?
What up, dude?
Now, I'm glad I wore my cutoff today since you got your cutoff on. Now, hopefully,
Yeah,
Brad has his cutoff on.
it's it's cut off Thursday.
Fuck what I'm talking about, dude.
It's
You
just
got bro-
hey, sleeves are just dumb. Like I don't know who invented them, but they're just useless. And then they give you these fucking tan lines.
Bro, try living in Mexico wearing a T-shirt all the.
Oh
Oh shit!
fuck, we got a triple cutoff,
Fuck
dude.
yeah!
Look at this fucking. We all went full redneck, bro. It's great.
Hey, I love it. I love it. What's up, fellas? How we doing today?
Man, it's
Now I'm
good.
jealous of the fucking mustache, dude. I should have kept it.
Hey,
I should have just fucking.
I know you can bring it back, dude. You got that freedom now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In fact, we can do it. Hey, it doesn't have to be just an inch. Like lip, just to keep it nice and safe. We don't want to scare the clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you guys had that rule though. You guys,
It depended on who was captain or BC. Sometimes some of the guys would get on you about it, but there was a little bit more leniency.
dude. So we would creep it down. We would just like let it creep, and then you'd like the chief would come over, and you'd be like, you'd just be looking at him, and he wouldn't say shit. You're like, okay, let's go another half inch. And then you just let it cruise, and then like you come over again, you'd be like, just sit there. You just keep pushing it until he's like, what the fuck?
Right?
I'll take care of it.
Yeah. Let me go trim this up real quick. I love it,
Bro,
man. I miss it.
in the army, we weren't allowed them. We weren't allowed mustaches. And like you could have one, but it would be like a fucking Hitler stash and shit.
Oh yeah.
And once, and they
Also,
called me Hitler. I'm like, fucking.
Bro, your
And then I had one, huh?
your Mexican Wi-Fi is like fucked, bro.
It's fucking sucks, bro. It's the worst part of Mexico. It's the worst
Now
part
you're
of
good.
Mexico's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, now you're good. Just don't move.
yeah.
Don't make any sudden moves.
Well, you know what? I had a mustache, but then I did that fucking live with Brad, and he ruined my mustache by his mustache being so perfect. So I shaved that
No.
Yours
shit.
just fell out. It was just like, fuck.
Dude, 42, you know that shit just starts falling out. It's gray, it's white. You don't know what color it's gonna be.
Dude, I think I'm gonna go with the fucking beardo, dude. I'm gonna try it. Cause like think about like all the men's leaders in the world or musicians, like they all go full beard and they go full Viking. So
Pretty
like
much.
it might be time to enter into the club.
I don't think you can
Yeah.
pull off the beard, man. That's gonna be crazy looking on you.
I don't need. It's pretty stringy, dude. I don't know. I think I'm gonna look homeless for a while.
Dude, that's how mine looked.
Dude.
It's fucking nasty. It was fucking hairs everywhere and shit. And I'm too old to be looking like that. That's like a 20-year-old. So guys, I only brought you on here because I wanted to see you two talk together. I've never seen you two ever fucking talk. And someone in my community is like, how come Brad Dunn and Kyle Carnahan don't hang out? I'm like, I don't know. They're both from California. So maybe they're just skateboarding all fucking day and working on fixing their pool and shit. I don't know.
We're too busy just fucking up life, dude.
That's pretty
Fucking
much it, man. I mean, I've always had mad respect for Kyle before we even had an opportunity to meet each other last year, but just busy, man. I mean, it's madness how much of a whirlwind this is, like people are like, "Oh, you're just an influencer. You just post shit on Instagram." I'm like, "You have fucking no idea how much time I put into my business or my people, my clients, like if you basically saw what I did every single day, all day long, it would make your fucking head spin,
Dude,
you know.
like the cool thing is I get it.
Oh yeah.
Like I know what it takes to get this fucking thing off the ground while you're working at the firehouse, like trying to fit it in as much as possible, 20-hour days on your days off, trying to
Yeah.
build programs while you're in bed, trying to stay awake at 1 a.m. Like then you have a whole entire day full of sales calls all fucking day, plus coaching, plus building programs. And like it's so fucked, especially in the beginning when you don't have any help. And I don't know about you, Brad, but I had zero business experience.
Same.
Zero.
Same.
So
I
like
just
we don't dude, to start a coaching business and the way we went into it, dude, we ain't just talking about fitness. Like this is fucking life.
yeah.
We can't help it. Like, yeah, come in to get your fucking abs, but let's get your life right. So like when you delve into people's darkness, it it like you have to go there with them. And then you're always second guessing while you're learning, like, did I say the right fucking thing? Like, are they gonna actually do it? Did I push too hard? Did I drive them away? Are they just a pussy, or did I make the right move? Like you're trying to figure this shit out, and then then you have people who have such crazy life transformations that you're like, man, I must be on the right track.
Dude. But like it's so rewarding, dude. Like when you get that like that person that has like that massive breakthrough or like has that big change in lifestyle and even physical, mental more often, but physical too, when it goes all encompassing, like it's the coolest fucking thing, man. Like it makes all those long days and long nights and sleepless hours of like it was worth it. It was
Dude,
fucking worth
let me ask you this. Like, think about your best client. Think about all the work that you put in over the last years, all the sacrifices you've made, all the risks you've taken. And you think about that one fucking guy and you go, if it was just you,
it.
if it if it was just fucking you, that one guy, like literally, I wouldn't have changed a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And that's why you are who you are, doing what you're doing at the level of what you're doing. Because nobody can do this if you don't give a shit. You know,
Yeah.
and nobody knows if on the outside people are like, oh, it's a business. This isn't a fucking business. It's a fucking movement. And for most of you motherfuckers, you would quit so fast because it is not worth the money. It's not worth the money. You'd be like, I don't want this life. Where's me time? When's me time?
Yeah.
I
People,
don't
that's
think
the other thing too. People are like, "Why do you still get up at 3:30? You don't have to do that anymore." And I'm like, "Oh fuck yeah, I do." Like that's why I get up at 3:30, so I have those like 2 hours of me time before
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah. And during that
like
meantime, you're
yeah.
in fucking freezing cold water. You're writing, you're reading. But
yeah
that's what we do. That's what we do with our time off,
Yeah.
which
Fuck.
like there is no fucking time
Dude,
off.
yeah
the mornings that I call them the father hours. I'm like, that's the fucking father hours, dude. That's for me to get up and fucking get after it and set the tone for the whole day. Like, what are you doing waking up at 7 o'clock? Someone told me the other day, they're like, I can't wake up before 7. And this was at men's circle here where I live in Mexico. I'm like, who the fuck wakes up at 7? Even on my days where I don't set an alarm, I'm up at 6 minimum at the latest. 7 o'clock? Dude, my whole fucking day would be ruined. I don't even know what to do if I woke up at 7.
Dude,
yeah. There's days. I mean, I've recently just started letting myself get a little extra sleep on the weekends,
Same.
but dude, it's rough, dude. Like I like if I don't get up and do my routine and I don't basically center myself before I take on my day, like I'm fucked for the day. It's a wash.
Yeah.
You know.
I
You,
I like every once in a while I'll fucking miss my alarm or whatever, and I'll just wake up and just be like, "Fuck!" Just so pissed, dude. And then I have to like take a few breaths. I'm like, "Oh, it's all right, it's all right." Like just just pretend like this was yesterday at this time. Like, what would you fucking do? It's just like, dude, we get so regimented in our shit. It's like, but I mean, 90% of the time, Big West talks about all the time, and I think this is why we gravitate towards him. Like, we wake up fucking pissed,
yeah.
so we have to have that time to center ourselves. And here's what I'm learning is like today, I was talking to Whitney, and I was like, you know what? I'm pissed off most of the time, and she's like, really? Like, I'm happy most of the time, and I go, no, I didn't say I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Like, and I'm realizing, like, when you give a shit so fucking much, you're gonna be kind of pissed off all the time because you look around and you're like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck, people?"
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then you're worried about your people, and some guys are killing it, and that's great, but there's always stragglers. They're like, "How the fuck do I get this guy to move? Like,
Yeah.
how do I reach this dude?" You know, and then the business side, like, we don't know, or when we started, we didn't know fuck about business. So
That's
it's
it.
like, bro, you're trying to build a coaching, like you're trying to build a movement and a business at the same time, which require completely different skill sets and
Hmm.
require fucking it up over and over and over again in order to get good at it. So you're constantly fucking up. And the only way you're going to continue forward is to have literally made the commitment that I will fucking die. I'm doing this. Like, no question. That's why when you called me and you were like, bro, I'm thinking of leaving, I was like, fucking leave, dude. Bounce. Right. I was like, there's so much energy that is required to get this rocket ship off the ground. And then not only that, but to hold the line.
Yeah,
And then you want to get to the next level, it's going to require 10 times the firepower that it did to get it off the ground.
it's true. No, it's true. And I mean, I know I've leaned into you on that stuff, and I held on for a little bit longer than, I probably should have, but there was signs, like I was getting a lot of friction from some of the people in the department, and they were coming down on me for, basically what I was doing or what I was putting out there. And I'm like, all right, well, at the end of the day, it's me and mine, against you, and I choose me and mine.
Yep.
Like, it is what it is. Like, it's either walk your line or draw my own, and I'll draw my fucking own. You know.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's crazy in the firehouse. Like when you start doing something different, it's kind of like the internet.
Yeah.
Like, you start getting hated on hard, fucking hard. And it's hard because that's your world. Like that is your family. And so you want something so bad and you feel compelled and literally like God's breathing on you saying go. And then you have all this pushback from like guys who are like your family. And it's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a struggle, man. I mean, I wanted to try to do both, but
Hey,
it
check this
wasn't.
out. Kyle went to the dark with me and also helped me make $1.5 million in
Yeah.
2023.
That's what's up.
Fuck yeah.
That's what's up.
How's that for fucking undeniable?
Right, dude. That's fucking incredible. But yeah, dude, it was tough, man. Like, 'cause I wanted to try to do both. I mean, obviously, I love the job, and I loved like having like my own thing going on the back burner, But it became too much. And like you said, if you give a shit, like if you actually deal with your clients and give them the attention they need and tend to them and help fix them, like it takes a lot of time and a lot of attention. I'm like, dude, I can't dedicate that much time to the station anymore if I'm going to be growing this client base and actually taking care of these people.
Yep.
I'm not, I had to make a choice, and I made the choice to do my thing and chose for my people. And fortunately it's been amazing, and it's been great, and I've been blessed and fortunate. And, it's been a ride, dude. It's been a fucking ride for sure.
Yeah. I
How'd you
bet you
guys
just
decide to start just doing this shit while you're in the fire fucking house and shit? Because I could never imagine being in the army still starting this.
I guarantee he had been doing this in the firehouse for free for guys for a long time after he had his transformation.
Yeah. I was working with a few of my partners, like getting kind of situated and stuff like that. Like I literally, like, we would have, trainings, like tabletop trainings and macros. Like, we're gonna learn how to track fucking macros because all you fuckers eat like shit, and they were like, what the fuck? So I like printed up this whole thing, like, how to basically basic macros and what you should be consuming and brought for food groups. And I'm like, I challenge you guys to track your food for a week. Everything you fucking eat that goes in your fucking mouth, you input it into like MyFitnessPal, MyPlate, Carbenders, or whatever app you choose. And I think out of everybody on the shift, and that was present for training. Maybe like 2 people did it. And I even got a couple guys like started on programs, and I mean the success rate was non-existent because nobody invested in it. You know what I mean? So they didn't care for it. But as soon as I started making motherfuckers pay, then like things started compounding. You know?
Yep. Yep. There's a literal like chemistry change in your brain when you pass over that fucking credit card. And you and I have both passed over the fucking credit card more than any of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. No, no, it was that was like the biggest thing here is just realizing, like the power of investing in yourself, and in those relationships that you can build, and the energy transfer between, people that you look up to and respect and want to, emulate in a way. And basically how you just a monetary thing like a couple of bucks, could basically fast forward your life by years. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
Yeah, dude. And I'm noticing like the more I pay out, like the bigger ticket I pay out for myself, the more confidence I have to ask for it. And
$100%.
there's a limit, and my limit has gone up massively because I've made some fucking stupid moves,
Part of life, bro.
Yeah, like literally, like I know that feeling when like the pitch is coming or the guy reaches out with the offer, and I already know I'm in, and I'm like, fuck. And it's almost like, dude, it's like my conscience, God's voice. It's like, you're doing this. And I'm like, bro, how am I going to fucking do this? Like, I got employees, I got this fucking house to pay, and like my payments are like way like a fucking 20 times bigger than when I was a fireman. And I'm like, am I always going to be in this spot where it's like the next level? It's like fucking put it all on black, get to the next level, put it all on black, get to the next
But
level. It's like, so
that's the life though. Like we have learned to embrace the friction because it makes us fucking grow. Like stepping into that continuous like discomfort is what forces us to perform,
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
And like that's like people like I was saying like a little bit ago, like people are like, why do you still do these things even though you don't have to anymore? And it's like, well, in all reality, my life has gotten considerably easy. So I have to find ways to make it difficult and uncomfortable. And if that's sitting in fucking freezing cold water for 5 minutes at 3:30 in the morning, or continuing to get up first thing in the AM and going and training my ass off 5 or 6 days a week, or making these huge, leaps and bounds in business and personal development and learning things that about business and investments that I've fucking never thought I would be learning about, but it's like it's fucking here now. Like you have to deal with this shit. Like that level, that discomfort, it like we have to seek it out and continue to grow, or else we just
yeah,
stay stagnant.
I
yeah.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, like there's something cool about the firehouse where like you're forced, you're with a team. It's like morning workout is fucking happening, and you're gonna push yourself because you got your
Yeah.
boys there, and then you're gonna put your gear on, and you're gonna train, and you're not gonna want to do it. It's gonna suck, and then like where I was at, then guys would want to like wrestle around on the mats a little bit, and I'm like, they'd be like, hey, you wanna get the mats out? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, fuck no, but I'm like, yeah, totally, bro, yeah, I totally want to do that right now. That would be fucking awesome. And then like there's always somebody asking, hey, you want to do this? And like the answer is always yes. Like always yes. And then the night calls. Like I always thought night calls were fucking great for the mind because you don't want to get up. You
Mhm.
fucking hate that person who called half the time because they have a fucking stub toe or whatever. But you have to control your emotions and show love to those people, even when you're very fucking inconvenienced and annoyed.
Yeah.
Which, like, looking back on it now, is such good training to be a good father, to be a good coach, to be a good husband. It's the same idea. It's like I feel these feelings and I want to tear someone's fucking head off, but I'm going to do the dishes and I'm going to go read my kids a book and I'm going to say I love you to my wife. And it feels like pulling teeth sometimes, but in the firehouse, when the bells ring, you fucking go. And so
Mhm.
you and I, and fuck, military is the same thing. Like you're going, dude.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a choice. We'll fucking throw you in the brig, dude.
Yeah,
Like
you're
you're
saying the same
going.
shit, the same shit we've all gone through. That's what's crazy. When you're saying, I'm like, dude, are you? It sounds like it's the military, the exact fucking same to
Yep.
me. And you know, it's fucking wild because some of these cats out here are just like, dude, by 9 in the morning, I've done more than most of them. And for me, it's funny because you two are on a higher level than me. I'm just starting, right? Because I retired last year, and my journey starts 6 months ago. I keep pushing through. I've had 2 business partners quit on me. I got a third one now. Alex just quit. So,
Hey, fuck business partners. You don't
yeah.
need them. No
Well,
business partners.
I didn't want one, but I have a really great friend that became a friend through business. And him and I now have kind of teamed up. You've met him before, Joseph.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah,
an
yeah.
introvert in the
Yeah,
Netherlands.
he's rad.
Yeah, he's a cool
All right.
dude.
Hey, fuck business
Al-
partners except for him.
right? But you know the grind's like it never fucking stops. People are like, you wake up at 4:30. I said, dude, I've been waking up since 4:30 at 8 fucking years since Hawaii days when I was trying to beat traffic to get to work. And it's like I get slow down. I get a pension. It's not a fucking problem for me. I live in Mexico. I go to the market. Everything's cheap as fuck here. And I have 4 brides now. It's funny. My wife and 3 other wives. No,
Dude,
but
yeah. You create your own city. You create your own
right.
village to help raise your kids, dude.
That's awesome.
But the shit don't stop. We're just begin. Like we always say, we're just beginning. Like we're just starting off, and that's how I feel. Like I have a whole new career ahead of me now at 42 years old, and I'm just beginning. And all these other guys
You're
are like,
crushing it, bro. Like that thing that you built out was so fucking epic.
dude,
Like
that
from zero experience to be able to put that together and bring so many guys together, it was phenomenal. It was art. It was
it
it was
was a
beautiful.
headache. It was a fucking headache, is
Yep.
what it was.
Yep.
All the best things are, man.
Dude,
All
that
the
was
best
hard as
things are.
fuck. It was way more than I chewed off more than I could fucking
Yeah.
on that one. That was a big one, and it was a lot of fun, but it took all my fucking time for 3 months. All my time. My son, I was like, my wife got pissed at me, and I was telling guys this. I'm like, she was just like, "Where's your fucking head all the
Mhm.
time?" Well, my head is focused on work because people don't realize like we're working almost all the fucking time. If it's content, if it's business, if it's just trying to get sales, whatever it is, we're doing all of it. And it was just, man, that fucking was hard. That was a tough one.
Yep. Like, well,
Yes.
what a way to start off. And then, I mean, you earned my respect, man. Like, like when we meet guys that reach out, like, there's part of us is like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? Like in the back of our mind, we're like, yeah, I guess I'll help this
Yep.
fucking guy out. You know? But like watching like that, and we know what that takes. We're like, oh, this guy's he's legit. Like you're legit committed, and you're doing big shit. And like that's like if nothing else, like that's a big deal. You know?
Appreciate it, bro. No, we're just beginning. I'm not here to slow down or quit. We're fucking driving forward, and we switched entire platforms this week from Kajabi over to fucking School. That was a headache. It still is a headache. Moving everything over is a big pain in the ass. And then Alex, who quit on me, canceled Kajabi, so I lost all of my fucking content. And now I'm
Oh,
like, what the fuck?
There's got to be a way to get that shit back. There's got to be a way.
He said that he downloaded a lot of it, so he's gonna zip file that shit to me. But we'll see. You know, that was a tough one.
yeah, I
Yeah,
But
bet.
and hey, here's the good news. Um, the headaches are only going to get bigger as you grow.
Yep,
Like
they come and
so
go, but
so,
it's always bigger.
dude. It's like I'm like learning to embrace the business side. Like I was my coach Garrett. He we were in our small group the other day, and he's like, bro, when you finally learn to be disciplined in business, like you're gonna be so fucking dangerous. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I'm like what?
Where does
Like,
that put me
I
now?
hear
Where
this.
am I
I hear you
now?
guys systems, processes, discipline in business. I'm a disciplined motherfucker. What do you mean discipline in business? And then they like broke it down and they're like, dude, you got to know taxes. You got to know accounting. You got to, and then he's like telling me about scrum teams. And I'm like, what the fuck is a scrum team? And he's like, you have to decide that your new identity is you're a fucking business nerd. Like
Mhm.
you have to go all in on it. So I
Yeah.
was like, fuck, okay, yeah, I can go all in on shit. So I bought all the books. I'm like gonna start integrating profit first into my business and like learning all like having systems on that side. But like you guys know in the beginning, like this is all sales and fulfillment. People are like, hey, make sure you like worry about taxes. You're like, taxes? Fuck taxes. I have 17 sales calls tomorrow. Like I have, and then I've got 100 DMs I gotta respond to, and then I've got coaching clients. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I just need to get this thing off the ground. And then when the first fucking big tax bill comes, you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit. Maybe I shouldn't have hired that coach.
Yeah.
But you only learn through pain, bro. That's what I've learned through this game. You learn by fucking it up because I'll hear the same advice over and over again. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Boom! Knock
Yeah.
my teeth out. I'm like, okay, I'm listening.
Yep. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the same thing I'm dealing with right now is all that back end stuff that you don't think about until someone's like, where's my fucking cut? Like Uncle Sam, you're like,
I'm like, I
uh,
just I just
what
bought
are
a
you talking
house.
about,
It's
bro?
in my house. Do you
Yeah.
take equity?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you take sweat equity? But yeah, it's a whole nother learning curve and just stacking it up with everything else you got to do. You just have to manage and dedicate 30 minutes, 60 minutes a day into getting that business nerd on and punching some numbers and looking at statistics and seeing where things are going and where it's moving. Because I mean, I'm sure you were very much the same, Kyle, for at least a period of time. But all you look at is that big number that came in for the month. You don't
Yeah.
look at where where
And then
it's
I
all
spent,
fucking
bro. I was
going.
spending, and you might still be there, but I was just spending straight out of my business account, accounting right out of my account, which every new fucking business owner does. Where they're like, they look in there, and you're like, oh, that's my balance. That's what I can spend. But you're not taking into consideration what's coming or anything,
Yeah,
or coming in. So it's just such a skewed view on your budgeting that like it gets fucked. Like fuck, dude. It,
yeah.
Brad, did you have
It's
anyone help you? Did you have anyone help you in the beginning, or you've been all by yourself
I've
too? Because I
dude,
know
I've
Kyle.
I've been a one man army this whole time, and I
Holy
literally
fuck.
just I literally just linked up with a local um a local consulting business here that's been in business in St. Louis for like 25 years to kind of help me situate some of that stuff. I've been working with another buddy of mine who owns like 4 or 5 businesses locally to kind of get those books things in order. So he's been setting me up with his like tax guy, his bookkeeper, and I'm bringing on a VA to help me do some appointment setting and stuff like that. But I mean, literally, very much, yeah, up until this very point, like I'm still doing everything 100% by myself, and it's a lot, dude. But it's like I basically reached out to some of the people I know, and they're close to my circle, and I'm like, bro, if I want to grow, like if I want to make this what I see in my mind, then I have to delegate and get some things like pushed off of my desk, or I'm never going to be able to focus on the next step. Like, because right now, like I'm sure Kyle's familiar with this too. Like I'm running around putting out fucking 50 fires a day. You know what I mean? So that time that I write on my fucking whiteboard and the things that I want to do for the day rarely get met, but it's like I have to carve out that time to focus on my growth in the next step, or else right here,
yeah.
which don't get me wrong, I'm not, but I know I can do so much more and be so much better and so much more efficient and really have something big and powerful to offer, you know?
And for people like us, being stuck is a bad spot.
Yeah, for sure.
Where we thought we could never be, we end up and it becomes our personal hell. And everyone's like, "Man, I wish I could live your life." And you're like, "This sucks. I'm
Yeah.
fucking stuck. I must I must rise from the ashes." And they're like, "You're killing it." And you're like, "I fucking suck."
Well, that's the thing too. It's like a blessing and a curse, dude. Like those of us who are really, really, truly like performers, right? Like we're always like, what can I do better? What can I improve? What can I fix? What can I make more efficient? Like my brain is always fucking moving, always. Like
Yep.
it's never been like fuck close the books, dude. I figured it out. We're perfect now. Like
Yep.
it's fucking constantly improving on self, on business, on efficiency, You know, it's the never ending game. And that's why, you know, I try to tell people all the time, dude, it's the fucking journey, not the destination. Because if you can't enjoy this stuff and you can't like learn to just be fine with keeping your fucking nose right above water, you're never gonna make it.
Yeah, dude.
You know.
And I mean, here's the reality. The reality is society is fucked. Men are suffering. And if they don't hear our voice and we are not good enough to get them to move, they'll be stuck forever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an unlimited amount of them, and we can't do it by ourselves.
Mhm.
And so, like, this is why what you built here to bring all these guys together is really cool. And this is why we help each other too, because people are like, "Aren't you worried about competition?" And you're just like, "Motherfucker, do you have any idea the pain that is out there and how much? Like, I can't do all that.
Yeah.
Like, I had this like dream to like make this go to like millions and worldwide, and I'm realizing like I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to find my people and I'm going to help those people that hear me, but the rest of them are actually going to be annoyed by me and hate me, and they're not going to connect with me. So like, I'm literally going to find my people that hear my voice, they hear my message, they hear me, and they're like, "That's my guy," and those are the people I'm going to help.
Yeah.
And everybody else is going to have like a different frequency that brings different people to them.
Mhm.
There is no competition.
I
No.
agree. You
No.
know,
It doesn't exist.
in the Army, we all have like sergeants and officers, and we have so many people underneath us. Those are the only people I can really focus on. It's like my platoon, when I was a platoon leader, I had 60 soldiers under me. And it's like that was my only guys. But the Army was fucking 4 million people or 400,000 or I don't know. Count the reservists. I think it's at 1.2 million or some shit, but they don't really count because they're reservists anyways.
Hey,
But
hey, look at Ryan. Shut up, Kyle. We are going to the world.
Oh man,
is there a work life balance for you guys at all, or is
dude.
there like when do you turn it on and off?
There is no off. There's just
I
obsession.
I didn't think so
But
either. I agree.
but the obsession is across the board.
Yeah.
That's what it has to be. If you're going to obsess over one, you have to obsess over all of it, or else you are fucked.
Hmm.
And I got caught in this, Brad, where I just got so stuck in the movement that I started to realize, like, oh, superhuman fathers who like doesn't talk to his kids. I was like, this isn't going to work.
Mm.
Like, this is fucked. And I just got so obsessed, and part of it was fear, because I didn't want to go backwards. So I was terrified to like lose the ground, but I was like, this is the way I'm doing this is not sustainable for my wife and my kids. And so I had to restructure, and this is when I started building teams.
Yeah.
And bro, I've been through like 5 teams, dude, in the last 2.5 years. Built them, fucking they either got pissed and left, or I fucked something up, or like they turned on me, or they or like it's just, dude, or they were too slow. And when you're trying to like hire employees and people, like, you don't know what you're looking for because you've never really done it. So
Yeah.
you sit in it and you're like, is this good? But I
Yeah.
don't know. So you have to let it play out and watch it fall apart, and then be like, okay, what did I learn from this? Build it again, let it fall apart, build it again. And like now I'm in the spot where I'm like, dude, I want to work for me. And like any negativity, bro, you're fucking gone.
Yeah.
Like any bad attitude ever, even once. Because I don't do that with my teams. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not with a bad attitude ever. So like, I don't mean not being pissed off and like passionate. That's different.
Right.
But a bad fucking negative attitude that is poison, you're gone that moment. I'm like, fucking bye. Any brother fucking, jealousy, shit talking, you're fucking
Hmm.
gone. The other thing now that I learned is speed. Like, you have to get people that work fast, and you don't know what that line is until you've kind of fucked with it.
Yeah.
But like, and then I drive that. You drive the speed, because we get in our own way sometimes. Like, if you have somebody that's like, hey, bro, I need this video filmed, and you're like, okay, I'll get to it. Well, you just fucking got in your own way, and now this guy who you're trying to push can't move. So
Hmm.
now he's going to be like, well, fuck it, I guess we move slow here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did that for so long, dude.
Yeah. No, and I'm getting into that point right now. Like, I mean, like I said, been kind of one man showing it, but I'm stepping out and trying to bring some aspects in to help me out in certain areas. But I mean, I had to pull back and restructure some things just within the last couple of months, dude. Because same thing, like I was going so full bore into business and my clients and doing everything. I was like at a point, like I don't want to say neglecting because that's a strong word, but I was not giving my family the attention that they needed, and that's not basically one of my values. Like the reason
Yeah.
I do this is so I can lead them by example and I can spend that time with them and give them that love and affection and time and they need, you know. So I basically
Yeah.
just had to fucking draw a line in the sand and be like, okay, you know, I try to put my phone down by this time. Laptops close, you know, like I used to be like motherfucking 7-Eleven, dude. Like hit me up if you got a problem
Me
whenever, you
too.
know. And
Yep.
now it's like, bro, fucking don't bother me after this time. And if you text me before 4 a.m., I fucking will rip your face off. Like don't. So like it's so funny, like, you know, so like setting those boundaries has been kind of helpful, you know what I mean? And I do have
Yeah.
like obviously a couple higher level guys that like they pay for that level of connection, they pay for that level of attention, but like I was giving that attention to like people that were coming in on lower level programs, and I'm like, I can't fucking do this anymore. I can't do this anymore because I wanted. I mean, obviously, I'm sure you guys are seeing it too. You want to fucking help everybody. You want to make sure everybody gets through the ringer, but it's like you can't fucking make the horse drink water. Like you have to just lead them, you know, like you show them what's needed, you give them the process, you give them the systems, and you're like, hey man, I'm here to fill in the gaps if you need it, but you gotta fucking do the work. Like you
Yep.
have to do the fucking work, you know, and I need to focus on my work and my fucking family. So when you get to this point, let me know, you
Yep.
know, like,
Yep.
but
Yep. Yep. And then
it's
if you're not right, like I've noticed, if I ain't right, then nobody's fucking right. Like I
totally,
got to get myself right because if we're leading this shit, we got to be the example. So, like, there's just shifts that you make that you just don't know are going to come up, and our obsessive behavior. Like, we can actually work 20 hours a day and be fucking happy.
yeah,
Like, I don't mind. Like, I like it, but I'm like, shit, I got other responsibilities here. Like, this is not going to work.
oh
But
yeah,
when
yeah,
you start getting your right people, like Ryan, the hype man, dude, that guy, he's taken over sales completely. Like I don't even worry about it. He's got it,
yeah,
and But it took me a long time to realize that he was right next to me the whole time. We just didn't know like that he had that ability, you know. So like boom, move him into there. We got an ops guy. We've got a team running our ads and doing our back end shit who understand all the tech. So like I don't have to do any of that shit. So now I can focus on like the vision, the movement, and then you know like and then you have tiers where like depending on how much you pay, will give you more access to me. Like
right,
that's how it works. Like your level of commitment will get you more access to the
right,
source of the fire. You know, you want to get closer. Like that's how it
yeah,
works. That's how I play. That's why you know when I hire a guy, I'm like I want to be right next to it. How much is that?
yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, well here we go.
Yeah. No, dude, same, man, same. Like that's because that's where I thrive. Like I don't want to be, you know, like over here, you know, like fuck, what do I got, you know, what do I got to do? I need to be, you know, if I'm working with somebody, if I'm leaning into them for help and guidance, like I want to be right fucking there. And you said it perfectly. What's that going to cost me? Fuck. All right, let's do it.
I love I love it, bro. Like I love I know you do too, but just being around the motherfuckers that have been in the game for a long time and just sitting there and just soaking up every word that comes out of their mouth because there's just spewing nuggets. And I mean, this is how your people feel about you because you're in a place in your life where like you're living an exceptional life and they want what you have. So it's just like if they're smart, dude, they will take every fucking word that comes out of your mouth is gold
Yeah.
and invaluable.
Yeah, and I mean, I try to remind them. I'm like, you guys are literally going hand for hand through the same process that like I went through. So you remember that you guys are basically on the program. You know, you were on the path. You know, constructed that helped me get right and basically become what I am now. So don't think of this as just some fucking workout program. Like this is you know, the workouts and the nutrition are fundamental of building you and getting you right, you
Yep.
know. So take it seriously, you know, do the things that I assign you, like with intention. Don't just be like, oh, another workout. No, it's like, no, motherfucker, like you're preparing for fucking battle every day, you know, because
Yep.
you have to be stronger than your old self, because that old self is gonna keep showing up, but you have to keep burying that motherfucker with the work you put into yourself every day, you know.
Yeah, I find it funny when guys start bitching about stupid shit. Like that email should have come out on Monday and it came out on Tuesday. I'm like, fuck you, you fucking idiot. You're burning a bridge and making me hate you for that? Because, like, where we're headed, it's only one direction. So,
Yeah.
like, at some point, you're going to be like, I used to know that fucking guy. That I can guarantee you. And it might be smart to not burn bridges. Dude, every coach I've worked with, I have never complained about one fucking thing. I just was grateful.
Yeah.
That's it. Period. And I always followed through with my commitments. Every single time. If I said I was going to finish it
Mhm.
or I was going to pay a certain amount, I always did. And I always finished it.
You
Sometimes
know, that's
to a negative fucking bank account.
Kyle. What you just said there, that's the fucking juice, bro. Because look at 7 months ago when I first hit you up, the first time last like June when I had a fucking nasty beard, and you and I sat down and you gave me all these nuggets. You're like, dude, hit me up on the offline here, and I'll give you some other shit that you need. And then I didn't have any fucking community. I didn't have shit. I was just, you know, a retired dude for that time and stay at home dad. I thought you
Dude,
fucking sent me on this
the only
path.
reason I talked to you is
Huh?
because you were the only reason I talked to you is because you had a super humble vibe. I could tell you wanted it. You have military experience. Like otherwise I would have told you to fuck off.
Oh, I thought it was
Because
because I
like
was
I paid
better looking.
so much money for the information that I gave you, but like there's like a this seeking that I can feel in people. And that to me is a gift. Like if you're a seeker and I
Yeah,
get to fill that seeking with something I learned, that fulfills me.
yeah.
And so, like, when you are a seeker, like, good coaches will feel that from you and they will go over the top to help you. There's just an
Okay.
appreciation and a humility that comes from people that you can't help but desire to pour into them. And then you got negative fucks that drain you. And you're like, you're so stupid. Like, you do this to your wife, you do this to your boss, you do this to everyone you come in contact with, and you're burning people constantly, which means you will never be fucking successful because you need people to be successful. Because at some point, you might want to sell something. And
Mhm.
if you even looked at that guy wrong at some point, he's never going to buy from you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying people please people. I'm saying tell the truth to people.
Yeah.
Actually give a
Absolutely.
shit. Like be real.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what I think about? You're just talking about these coaches that you look at who have been in the game longer than you, but you guys been in the game longer than me. So I follow every fucking thing you guys put out like it's all gems for me every morning. Every morning I'm like, all right, what the fuck's Kyle and Brad doing? All right, these motherfuckers want to get up this time. All right, I'm back at it. Let's go.
Shit,
Let's
dude.
fucking go. And then I'll go listen to like Andy Frisella, Alex Hermosi, some of those fucking guys, so I could get that top level tier. And then I have to listen to Spanish an hour a day because I'm trying to fucking learn a new language at 40 fucking two. Really quick, I've seen this like 7 times in the fucking chat. What time do you guys go to bed?
Oh, dude. I try to be in bed by 9:30.
Same.
Try. It doesn't always happen, but I try.
Dude, guys, this is fucking weird. So I used to, do my 245 or whatever. And like I would hit my pillow at like fucking if I laid down, I was out. Like
Oh, dude.
fucking 8:30. But like something's fucking switched in me, bro. And I will get in bed at 9:30 and I'm fucking zipping in my head, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like so then I'm like putting on like meditation apps and shit. Like to have me like think of like literally I put on bedtime stories. My wife calls them bedtime. You gonna listen to your bedtime story? I'm like, no, it's a meditation. Like to get my head, but I'm so fucking obsessed. Like I just, dude, it's getting worse. And I don't want it to go away. Like,
Right.
it's literally what I ask for God in my prayers. Like, make me care so much that, like, it hurts. Because the more I care, the more powerful I am in my coaching and the more transformations we have. But bro, like it's coming to the point where like I can't sleep. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy, dude. So like 10:30, like I'm falling asleep at like 10:30 and getting at 2:45. And I know like people are like, oh, you can't live like that. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like
Yeah.
this is how it's fucking going. And I'm sure it goes through phases. I also don't think getting up at a certain time is necessary. I also don't believe in like this comparison game that you think you're cooler if you get up earlier than somebody else. I don't buy into any of that bullshit. What works for you? What are you committed to? And then stick to that shit. Guys say I get up at 5 a.m. I'm like, perfect. What's your day like? I'm like, that sounds great. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
I
did you ever see Alex Hormozy, how he's like, people talk about their morning routine? Did you see that episode where he's like, guys are like, I need to get ice bath in, a journal, a meditation. He's like, 3 fucking hours later, they just
yeah.
start their day. And he's like, you could just work for 3 fucking hours
Yep.
and then you don't need to worry about the rest of your day at the end.
Yep.
So
Yep. Like, dude,
what works for you works, you
that's
know?
what works for you. Like for me, dude, it's up at 2:45. I go take my fucked up picture in the mirror every morning. Click, which I'm seeing a bunch of guys do now, which is cool.
Same.
I see them all over now with their fucked up morning picture. They put black and white. I'm like, trendsetter, motherfucker.
Yes.
And then I'll go downstairs and put a little meditation music on. Go walk outside. I raise my hands to the fucking sky with this beautiful view in my backyard, and I just try to give a shit, like I need to care, because sometimes I wake up, I don't give a fuck, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work. So I go out there and I just wait until I feel God's presence, because dude, I can't do this by myself. Like I need to be filled with that, whatever the fuck that is. Call it the Holy Spirit, whatever, I don't know, the universe, whatever. But once it hits me, boom, tears flow. I'm like, okay, I'm there. Go inside, and then I've been using the SHF Warrior Partnership app, where I'll do my, like, I'll just write what's going on in my head today. What is the concepts I need to learn? What's going on in business? And I just have a conversation with God in my typing. So like I'm clear. I know what I need to do today. I have the feeling right. I have the right intention, and then right to work. And I'll put in a couple hours of work before the gym time, get the kids off to school, and then it's fucking go time for the rest of the day till about 6 o'clock. Then family shit, and then a little bit of work before bed. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the
Hell yeah.
dream. That's the dream right there. I mean, I feel like when I watch your shit, Kyle, it's like, man, you always have your family involved. And Brad, lately, I've been seeing your family more involved too on all your shit. I'm like,
His kids, dude, his
dude,
fucking ripped little kids,
yeah,
fighting and shit, and just
fucking,
like they
Yeah, dude.
they're
Well, I've
gonna
been.
be
Oh,
savages.
dude, I can't wait. I can't wait, dude. And I mean, it's been fun, dude. And it's we're on
Hey,
like a
Brad,
pretty
can you
good schedule.
tell this guy I have a hard time routine because of my travel schedule? We've been firemen for fucking decades, bro.
Yeah, that's my boy Rich. He actually just signed up with me. So, I mean, obviously traveling is a pain in the ass, right? But it's just it's just like Kyle was saying, dude. It doesn't matter what time you get up. It doesn't matter what time you do this. You just have to be intentional with your actions. Like if you get up knowing that you're gonna do these things throughout the day, regardless, then you're gonna be fine. Does it and I mean the reason that I get up at the time I do is because it allows me the time to do those things. Like it allows me to go through my process and hit all my marks and basically have more wins in a day than a loss, you know. Um but that's different for everybody. Traveling, yes, that's a factor when it comes to having availability to eating and workout equipment and stuff like that, but there's ways around it. You know what I mean? Like I
Hey,
would
when
say
you were in the firehouse, Brad, like how many times did you have an all-nighter where you're like, fuck, and you go in the
too many
gym on no
times.
sleep, and you're just like, you're everyone else is asleep, and you're the motherfucker in there at 4:30 in the morning. You guys had an all-nighter. Maybe you're on a fire or ran a bunch of medical calls, and you're just so committed to the fact that you do this every day that there's no doubt in your mind that you're gonna go get it on at 4:30 or whatever fucking time.
Yeah,
Like,
we would there, dude. There were times where we were getting back from calls at fucking, 2:30, 2:45, and I would just literally go put my gym shit on and walk right in the gym. The guys were like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, well, my alarm's gonna go off in fucking 15 minutes anyway. Like, I might as well just get in there now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, and it is what it is.
I
And
had
they
another
like a lot of people are like,
tell me, I had another guy tell me, he's like, "Oh, I can't get up early. I feel sick," and I just started laughing. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know what that feeling's like. I live in that fucking feeling.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel sick. I feel tired, and I feel sick." I was like, "Bro,
There's
you just get accustomed to it, dude."
Yeah, I mean that's the thing though, is like it's always a little painful at first, and that's life, you know. And the more you do it, the better, the easier it gets, you know. And I tell a lot of my clients too, I'm like, bro, I didn't just like start waking up
Yeah,
at 3:30 one day. I kind of like tapered into
yeah,
it, because if
yeah,
you just go from trying to fill all this
yeah.
stuff in your day and like you just immediately shave 2 or 3 hours off your sleep, you're gonna be fucking wrecked,
Yep.
you know. So lean into it, you know, 30, 45 minutes here and there, and taper into it just the same way we do with some of our nutrition. But it's like fucking, it helps to get up earlier. And it's
Yeah,
painful
yeah,
at first, but it's not impossible. A lot of people do it, you know. It's like people are like, oh, dude, like it seems like your gym's like super busy in the morning. I'm like, dude, my gym is more busy between like 4 and 5:30 than it is in the afternoon. Like, that there's
yeah.
motherfuckers there to like get shit done, like, you know. And that's just what it is. Are you a motherfucker that's gonna get shit done, or are you gonna just coast, you know? Like, but I mean,
I also don't hate on people that get their 8 hours a night.
no,
Like, fucking go for it. If that's your thing,
dude,
fucking go. Do it.
I'm
I mean,
envious,
I'm gonna fucking
envious.
Yeah.
outproduce you, but in all aspects of life. But I don't. Again, that's kind of a fucked up comment the way I said that, because that's my fucking ego that pops out every once in a while. But in reality, like, you get to choose how your life looks, and if I fucking don't like it, fuck me. You
Yeah,
know, like, it's your life. Like, I can't say shit. It's probably better. Good
What
yeah.
for you,
what kind of self talk do you have in the morning to get yourself motivated? Do you hype yourself up? 'Cause I feel like Kyle, you're just like hyping yourself up all fucking day.
bro. I have a new technique. This is so. You guys are gonna fucking laugh at me, bro. So I get when I wake up, I get to eat my most bullshit shit. So I have a one of those Fit Crunch bars,
Mm.
and then one of the Costco cookie dough ones, and I have them set out on the counter, and then I have a Celsius and a little Zins pouch. And so when I wake up in the morning, like, I have this thought. It's like, ooh, I could stay in bed, but if I go downstairs, I get my treats. And bro, I'm telling you, it fucking works, dude. Because the rest of the day, I'm like eating Whole Foods, and I mean, lately I've been popping more Zins, which is time to fucking, it's time to cut back so that I can reset that shit. But there's just like, I set it up so they're like, there's this little hook to get me downstairs. Once I'm downstairs, like, I'm good. Like, we're gonna fucking attack. So I set up my little station, and I think it pictures in my mind. It's like your little treats down there, and I mean, the way we live, bro. Most of the time, we're fucking hungry.
Dude,
Like, most of the time, not always if we're in a fucking bulk phase or whatever, but most of the time we wake up, our stomachs are like, bro, can we fucking eat, please? Like, now.
yeah.
So like, you can leverage that shit, and like, you be careful. I don't want to talk to people about fucking using their addictions to get them out of bed, because you got to use some fucking discipline. But there's a little truth behind that nugget right there.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good method, man. I mean, there's always a good thing about having like a little reward, like some enticement, you know. I started doing the ice bath thing like about 4 or 5 months ago now, strictly
Fucking sad.
because like I was waking up and I was like still I was so fucking tired still that was like the shock to the system, like, you're up, motherfucker, like, you know. And that's like the ultimate contrast, you know. Like, you basically go from warm cozy bed to freezing cold fucking water basically within 5 minutes of getting up, you
That's
know. I
why I
basically
didn't even mention my pussy ass cold shower, because I just picture you in that fucking ice bucket at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, dude, do you know when I see that, how much like my skin crawls? I'm like, fuck me. Oh my God. Dude, just the shower, just getting in a cold shower is like, to me, is the fucking worst. I'm just like, it's 2:45 in the morning. I walk right in and just go, ah! And like, then I look on my social media, I see your ass in the fucking ice bucket and it's dark outside. I'm like, Jesus, bro.
Yeah, well, it's
That's why I
just
always comment on your shit. I'm like, oh my God, fucking savage.
I know it makes me excited because I mean, dude, I mean, in all honesty, it fucking sucks. But it's like if you could basically do the shittiest thing, you know, and make that mental and physical battle a W first thing in the morning, then it's like the rest of the day is cake,
Yeah.
you know, and that's like that 5 minutes is basically me kind of talking myself through, talking to God, whatever you want to call it, and just being like, you know, you can fucking conquer anything if you put your mind in the right place and you remove pain and drive purpose with pain. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's a reason I'm fucking sitting here right now that like my people need to see it. The people following me need to see it. Like I'm putting forth my work. I'm getting my shit handled and I'm hammering down all fucking day long.
Bro,
You know?
it's beautiful because it represents, it's like literally the baptism for the day for you to say, like, God, today I'm committed to you and I will do your work. And,
Mhm.
and, and so it's a barometer of like, if you miss it, you're like, am I off? Like, am I committed? I don't know if I'm like, it's a leading, uh, indicator of like if you're in that committed state.
Mhm.
You know, that's how I looked at my shower, but I don't even want to talk about my shower now. But the concept is same, just like kindergarten versus college. Um, but like I use it as an indicator of my commitment because if I miss it for a few days, I'm like, what's going on with me?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck's going on with me? Why is my mind slipping? Am I not focused? Like where is my commitment? You know, and usually it's right on. Like it'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, man. And it's one of those things like no matter how many times I do it, it always fucking sucks. Like it always fucking sucks. Like there was a period of time like when I was training for the marathon where I was looking forward to it because it offered relief. But like now it's just like fuck, god damn it. Like I like set my phone on the tripod on the table and I start peeling because I put ice bowl molds and ice packs in it every night before I go to bed, so it's freezing fucking cold when I get up. And then I like pull those things out of the ice bath before I get in it, and I just get that taste of what it's gonna feel like, and I'm just like, every day, right? Like, and I look at the thermometer, and it's like usually always right around like 40 degrees, and then like every once in a while we'll get like a cold snap and overnight, and it'll drop down into the lower 30s, and I'm like, woo! All right,
Yep.
let's handle some shit.
Yep. Yep.
I've never done an ice bath ever. I
Oh
tried
yeah.
cold showers. I said, fuck that. I have to run. In the morning, I have to run or walk with my dog. I take him, and we go fucking chase these agouti things that are here. They're like big fucking rodents. And me and him go to this fucking little field where there's a bunch of agoutis, and we just chase them. It's like little Mexican kids, I think. And they just dress up, and I fucking have my dog attack them and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, honestly, it's been great. Like I don't want to sound like one of those like people is like, oh, you got an ice bath, it's everything, you never thought this and that. But like in all reality, it's a great mental battle. You know, for those of us who are training really hard, it offers some great recovery aspects. But for me, it's more just that mental aspect of like doing something that absolutely fucking sucks. First thing in the morning, you know, that's the primary, you know, but it's the rewarming effect you get from your body, like basically going from that almost hypothermic state to like back to normal temperature is like a rad feeling, you know, like and it's kind of addicting in a way, you know, like that big old dopamine hit, but it's basically all mental for me, you know, basically having that big ass mental tug of war first thing in the morning.
But Brad, it's not sustainable. This life we're living is not sustainable. Uh,
Yeah.
well, I get that so much, bro. I'm like, I don't know. I'm on like year 10 going pretty hard and 3 years going really hard.
Yeah.
and I'm not slowing down.
No. No, and that's the thing too is people they don't want to believe it's sustainable because they can't see themselves doing it. And it's
That's
like
it.
I don't care if you don't understand it. It's not your fucking process, it's mine. And those who are inspired by it will emulate, and those who can't relate will negate. It's just like fucking
Yeah,
well, there's no way. There's no way he's lying. It's like, dude, I do this fucking pretty much every fucking day. And the only thing I don't see it changing, the only thing I might do is like there might come to a point where I start doing my ice bath at a different time. You know what I mean? Like I might do it in the middle of the day or after my workout for recovery purposes versus first thing in the morning as a mental test. But it's like the routine stays the same. It's just certain things get shifted around depending on what I'm working towards, like what phase I'm at, like mentally and physically, and what my focus is. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like, well, it's not sustainable. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's not sustainable.
yeah,
Even if I can do it for fucking 3 months, 6 months, like
yeah,
it will forge something in your body and mind. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And that's why like a lot of people that come in on my programming, like that first 90 days, they're getting their shit fucking kicked. Like literally, like fucking eating shit for breakfast, and getting hammered on. But it's like, there's a reason for that because you're being conditioned to like embrace the suck and learn to fight. Like no matter how you feel, no matter how tired or fucking sore you are or how hungry you are, like we're fucking going to work, bro. Like, and then when we break that cusp, hopefully in that first 3 months, sometimes six, depending on the person and their level of commitment, then it's like then we can pull back the reins a little bit and make some adjustments to programming and this and that. Because yeah, I mean there is a point where some of that shit is not sustainable, but the idea still remains that we are going to be purposeful with our actions. We are going to focus on bettering ourselves every day, and we are going to do things that create discomfort and growth in our life.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's the other thing about it. It's like that's not sustainable. You're gonna burn out. And I'm like, do you know what when you actually burn out, which kind of happens to me all the time? Um, like fuck, I just take a fucking nap.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's it. It's like, dude, I am literally fucked. So then I just take a fucking nap. And then guess what? I wake up and I feel better. And
Yeah.
so there was your burnout. That
Yeah.
was it. The
Yeah.
fucking every couple months fucking burnout. And I'm like, I lay down and take a nap. Oh shit, that's it? Yeah. Go dude, burn out. Do it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Or
burn
you
out.
or
It's
you
good
get
for you.
sick. When I work myself to the bone for weeks on end, I'll get sick and I'll basically be laid up for a couple days and then I'm right back to it. It's like this cycle, like go, 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 and then your body's like, all right, that's enough. And then you're kind of laid out for, between 2 and 5 days, and then you take that rest and then it's right back to the grind. Rinse, lather, repeat,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yep. And in that time of attack, you get done in a month what most people get done in fucking 3 years. So it's like
Yeah.
so much progress so fast.
mhm.
It's just crazy when you commit yourself and obsess, and you don't waste time. Like the speed at which you grow is so crazy. Like just think about yourself a year ago, dude. Both
Yeah,
you guys.
dude.
Like, it's not even the same guy.
Totally different.
That
Totally
guy's
different.
fucking dead.
Been dead.
Like if you don't see us for 2 years, like you're not even gonna know who the fuck you're talking to.
Yeah.
When I go home to Cleveland, those guys don't even know who I am. They think they still have that same image of me of who they thought I was, an alcoholic, druggy, womanizer, dude from my 20s in punk bands, getting drunk nonstop. And they're like, let's go get a drunk. I'm like, bro, I don't fucking do that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You sound like a child to me. And I'm like, you guys need to start shedding some fucking skin, man. You need to upgrade your life. You can't be smoking cigarettes every day, fucking just going dirt bike riding. And I grew up with a bunch of punk rockers, and
hmm
we were all dirt bike riders or BMXers or skateboarders, and they're still trying to do the same thing. They're going to like teenager parks and just hanging out with teenagers. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I like riding, but there's adult ones that are way better than the places you're going. There's better people there. It's like upgrade your friends, guys. I mean, I don't know. I could never even live there anymore. Just because like I would
Yeah.
go home and those people want to put me in a box. My
Well,
family does too.
that's why as you change and grow and transform and rise, that people will slough out of
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
And they don't, if they don't want to come with you, then that's up to them. It's just a natural way of things.
Yeah.
It,
Some
you know,
people were put in your life to outgrow.
yeah,
You know, it's
and
just
yep. And at some point, like if you don't want me to win, you are gone. Like I am done with people that don't support me and don't want me to win.
yeah.
Agree. Absolutely agree. Gentlemen, it's been over an hour. I never fucking try to go over an hour. I was an Army officer, so I
I
fucking know
like
most people hate me for
that.
any meeting. So this was fun. This was why we put this together. Someone's like, what are you guys going to talk about? I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. We're going to just have three fucking homies getting down and dirty. That's it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys saying yes, coming out and fucking showing up today. It's been a lot of
Hell
fun,
yeah.
but I'm going to my son's soccer practice, so I'm out.
Perfect, dude.
Enjoy,
I
bro.
wouldn't
Enjoy,
pass up
bro.
the chance to hang out with you crazy fucks for an hour.
Hell
Fuck yeah.
yeah, dude. I'm about it. Love it. Thank you for
All right,
putting this
guys.
on, man.
All right. Thanks for
Have a good
watching,
day.
everybody. Peace.
Peace.